If you subscribe to the evolutionary theory of mate selection, you will believe that women consistently want to date older men. And as a young guy, that can leave you feeling quite hopeless. But from my personal experience, I've found this to not be quite true. Nearly all of the women that I've dated or been in a serious relationship with are slightly older than me. Some of them too much older. And I think I know why my age, which is 25, has not been an issue when it comes to dating women who are in their mid to late 20s. So this video is not about how to attract cougars, but instead see it as a blueprint for how you can be seen as a more mature candidate in the dating pool. It's certainly true that many women choose a partner who is older than them. Worldwide, women are 4.2 years younger on average than their husband or a cohabitating partner. But what we have to understand is that age itself is not the most important factor in this decision. Instead, they're looking for the qualities that an older man is more likely to have. And I believe that you can display these qualities at any stage in life if you follow these 4 steps. By far, the number one thing that you need to get down if you want to be taken seriously by women is your communication. You might think that people estimate your age based on your appearance, but it's actually not. It's more about the way you speak and the way you carry yourself. Women like older men because they're just better to talk to. And a big frustration that girls have with younger guys is they can't hold a conversation. But conversation is a skill that can be learned at any age. The good news is you don't have to be around women to practice this. People think that talking to women is so wildly different from talking to other men or friends, and it's just not. So to get better at talking to women, I've got an exercise for you, okay? I want you to start going to a bar by yourself. And when you sit at the bar, you're not going to look at your phone once. Instead, you're going to learn how to talk to strangers. And once you've mastered doing this with other guys or sweet old ladies, then you found a new way to meet attractive women. And if you get nervous talking to women that you're into, then I've got a little trick that will help you overcome it. You will feel more confident if you just forget about trying to make the conversation romantic or sexual and just be normal with her. Ask her about her life, her job, her hobbies, her passions. Where did she grow up? It doesn't really have to be anything crazy. In fact, the quickest way to get friend-zoned is by doing something that's cringe to try and impress her, and it'll just give her the ick straight away. Here's another part to having better conversations. Women generally find older men more interesting because they've just done more things. So I want you to think about something that's interesting in your life that you can mention early on. For me, it's fairly easy because I'm a British guy living in America. So as soon as they hear my accent, they want to know where I'm from, what am I doing here in America? Do I know the Queen? For you, you might have an interesting or unusual career or hobby. But through your conversation, you can make her feel like she's spending time with somebody who is more experienced and wise. Your communication style in conflict can also be a big factor in determining the success of your long-term relationship with a woman who is of your age or a little bit older. Many women dislike younger guys if they're avoidant, sulky, or unable to reflect on their own actions. So having a little bit of humility and self-awareness during these conversations is very mature, and it will go a long way to create an environment of respect in your relationship. As a young guy, it's natural that you're not going to have the resources of an older man, but here's what you can have instead: a vision, a plan, and drive. Women see getting into a relationship as an investment. If the guy is older, it's a bit like investing into the S&P 500. They can see the returns over time. They can see that it's paying dividends and that it's likely to be more stable. What you want to be as a young guy is like the new startup or a new cryptocurrency. You might not have years of success to back yourself up, but God, she can see your potential. And for you, having a woman who believes in you at a young age is going to be a very powerful thing. There's definitely something that's more attractive to women about the guy who is still hungry and fighting for success, rather than the old guy who's made it and he just sits around by the pool all day. What she does not want is a young guy who has no drive and does not show any signs of going somewhere. After all, she may as well choose the man who has made it in life and chooses to relax, rather than the young guy who sits around playing video games all day because he never tried. Here's another thing that goes hand in hand with resources, and that's competence. A lot of young guys are lacking in competence in real life stuff because they spend too much time in the online world. Women are attracted to men who can get shit done and know how life works. Whether that's being good at parallel parking, knowing how to cook a meal, or just taking care of your dog, it's important that you can demonstrate that you're a capable person. Let's say, for example, you're at the airport with your girlfriend. You need to make sure you guys arrive on time, that you have the boarding passes ready, and that your bags are prepared for the TSA. Women don't want to have to worry and stress for the both of you. So being prepared and competent is vitally important if you don't want to make her feel like she's dating a teenager. So how can you achieve this level of competence? Well, some of it will come with experience, but you can also get ahead with preparation. For example, if you want to go out on a dinner date, don't rock up somewhere without a reservation. Either choose a restaurant that you've visited before or do some serious research on Google or Yelp. Make sure to try as many different foods and drinks as you can in life so that you can recommend things and explain what they are if she asks you for help. And make sure that you have your wallet at the ready and enough money to cover the check without her even having to think about it. This applies to much wider aspects of life as well, and that's why I think it's so important to develop a broad skill set as a young man. You might be the 20-year-old crypto guy driving a Lamborghini, but if you can't help her fix her tail light or get an oil change, she's not going to respect you as much as the regular 30-year-old guy driving an old car, but he just knows how to get things done. For a great example of competence, look at James Bond. He can do everything from parkour to sailing to ordering a martini to his exact specifications. It's not really the over-the-top action scenes that make him desirable. It's his ability to make things under control in every scenario. So if you can display just an everyday level of competence, that's going to help her feel relaxed, and then she can fall into her feminine energy. I see a lot of guys online complaining that women are too masculine these days, but a lot of the time that's because you're not competent and mature enough to make her feel like she can relax and let you take the lead. Now this one is tricky because I feel like what a lot of women want in an older guy is not necessarily right for you as a young man. We're talking about commitment. A lot of women want older men because they are sick of boys who don't know what they want. The truth is that older guys are normally more ready for commitment because they've already got everything out of their system that young guys like us are still having fun with. So if you do want a long-term relationship with a girl your own age, you can't be afraid of that commitment. Personally, I think that's one of the reasons I was able to begin my relationship with Augustina so well, because I was not afraid to lay it down very early on that I wanted us to be together. And in dating women who are slightly older than me, I have noticed that they are definitely looking for that commitment. In fact, they will outright tell you that they want a serious relationship. So perhaps that's not the right thing for you right now, and in my opinion, that's okay. But I think you should know what you're dealing with if you want to be in the same pool of candidates as older guys. Gentlemen, I hope this video has helped you understand what women mean when they say they want older men. Now, there are some women out there who just have a proclivity for DILFs in the same way that some younger guys like older women. But I believe if you asked the majority of girls what they want in a long-term partner, they would prefer somebody more similar in age to them. If we lack the communication skills, the ambition, the competence, and the ability to commit, then we are going to lose these girls to older guys. Gentlemen, I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you single or in a relationship? Have you found it hard to get women of your own age interested in you? Whether it's a yes or a no, I want to know why you think that is. And guys, if you want to meet more women in 2024, regardless of their age, I've got the video for you. My girlfriend and I discuss 5 ways that you can meet women in real life without dating apps. So if you prefer meeting people in person organically, as most of us do, then I'm sure you're going to get a lot of value out of this video.